The night cycle on Station Kepler 7 hummed with its usual mechanical rhythm, but tonight something was different. Lena Cross stood in the dimly lit corridor outside the junior dormitories, her breath forming small clouds in the temperature-controlled air. Behind her, the doors sealed tight, protecting the sleeping students within. Before her, 12 Varkoth cubs paced and whimpered, their luminescent eyes reflecting fear in the darkness. "Please, Human Cross." Administrator Zethkal's translator crackled through the comm. "We've tried everything. The cubs won't settle. They're disrupting the entire residential wing." Lena studied the creatures before her. Varkoth were apex predators on their homeworld, towering, powerful beings with razor-sharp instincts and natural armor plating that could deflect plasma rounds. These cubs, though only chest-high to her, already showed the muscular build and predatory grace of their species. Their parents were diplomats, warriors, scientists, some of the most respected members of the Galactic Council, and their children were terrified. "What happened?" Lena asked, kneeling slowly to their level. "Emergency drill malfunction," Zethkal explained. "The alarm system activated during deep sleep phase. The cubs' fear response triggered. We cannot calm them. Their instincts have taken over." The smallest cub Threx released a keening wail that made the station's hull seem to vibrate. The others joined in, a chorus of distress that spoke of ancient memories coded into their DNA. Memories of being hunted, of danger in the dark, of separation from the pack. Every other species on the station had tried. The Kixari had used their empathic fields. The Zenthos had employed calming pheromones. The synthetic intelligence had calculated optimal sound frequencies. Nothing worked. The cubs remained locked in their primal panic, unable to respond to reason or technology. "Let me try," Lena said quietly. "Human Cross, with respect, your species has no natural calming abilities, no telepathy, no chemical signals strong enough to affect Varkoth biology. If we cannot—" "Please," Lena interrupted gently. "Just let me try." There was a pause. "Then very well. We are monitoring. Security is standing by." Lena disconnected the comm and sat down cross-legged on the cold floor. The cubs circled her, growling low, their tails lashing. She could see their pupils dilated, their breathing rapid and shallow, fight or flight with nowhere to go and no enemy to face. She began to hum. It wasn't a song, not really, just a low, steady sound that resonated in her chest. Her grandmother had hummed like this when Lena was small, frightened by thunderstorms on old Earth. No words, no melody, just presence. Just sound that said, "I am here. You are safe." Threx's ears twitched. The smallest cub had drifted closer, though his body remained tense, ready to bolt. Lena kept humming, letting her shoulders relax, her posture open and unthreatening. She thought about every frightened animal she'd ever comforted back on Earth. Dogs trembling during fireworks, cats hiding from storms, horses spooked by shadows. Different species, same fear, same need. "It's okay," she murmured between hums, her voice barely above a whisper. "I know you're scared. I know it was loud and wrong and everything felt dangerous." Threx took another step closer. His growl had quieted to a whimper. "But you're safe now," Lena continued, her tone even and soft. "The danger's gone. It was just machines being silly. You're safe and you're together and you're going to be okay." She extended one hand, palm down, not reaching toward them but simply offering, an invitation, not a demand. Threx sniffed the air, his nostrils flaring. Lena knew he could smell her. Human scent, so different from anything in his world. Sweat and soap and something uniquely mammalian that bridged worlds and evolution. She could see his predator's mind processing, comparing this strange creature against his instincts, and finding no threat. The cub crept forward until his nose touched her fingertips. His hot breath warmed her skin. For a moment they stayed like that, human and alien, both so far from their homeworlds, both trying to understand. Then Threx settled. His haunches lowered, his tail curled, and with a deep, shuddering sigh he lay down beside her leg. The effect rippled through the group like a wave. One by one, the other cubs began to quiet. Their pacing slowed, their vocalizations dropped from panicked howls to questioning chirps. They watched Threx, watched Lena, and something ancient in their pack mentality recognized what they were seeing. A member of the group at rest. Safety confirmed by action, not words. "Sleep," Lena whispered. the word carrying more intention than command. You can sleep now. She began to hum again, that same wordless tune. Her hand moved slowly to rest on Threx's head, her fingers gentle against the smooth plates of his developing armor. The cub's eyes drifted closed. Another cub approached. Then another. They formed a loose circle around her, their massive bodies curling against each other, against the floor, against the strange human who had done what all their species' advanced technology could not. Within 10 minutes, all 12 cubs were sleeping. Lena sat perfectly still, afraid to move and break the spell. Her legs were going numb and her back ached, but she barely noticed. Threx's head rested heavy against her thigh, his breathing deep and even. The others had arranged themselves in a protective semicircle, facing outward even in sleep. Instinct placing the most vulnerable at the center. They had placed her at the center. Human cross. Zethkal's voice whispered through the calm, awed. What technique did you use? Lena smiled in the darkness, her hand still resting on Threx's sleeping form. Nothing special, she whispered back. Just something humans have been doing for about 40,000 years, which is being there, being calm, being safe to be afraid around. She looked down at the cubs, these children of a warrior race, now peaceful in sleep. We're not the strongest species. We're not the smartest or the fastest, but we've been helping scared creatures feel safe for a very, very long time. It's just what we do. The administrator was silent for a moment. Then, the cubs' parents will want to meet you. The council will want to study this. Human cross, you may have just demonstrated a capacity that we didn't know existed. Maybe, Lena said softly. Or maybe you just needed someone who remembers that sometimes the oldest solutions are the best ones. Sometimes all you need is someone to sit with you in the dark and tell you it's going to be okay. Threx stirred against her leg, making a small, contented sound. His claws flexed once, then relaxed. Around him, his packmates slept on, curled beside the door they'd been too frightened to approach before. And Lena Cross, human caretaker, sat guard through the night. Not because she was commanded to, not because technology required it, but because these children needed someone to stay. So she did. Because that's what humans do.